So thank you, dear ones. My name is Eric Nurm, and today I come to you as a really happy daddy, happy business person. I'm happy in my mission selection, which has been an average of a pretty high percentage of real success stories, which is about 85% of companies that have chosen are still now many years now later still on the markets, and I can consider myself, yes, in the role of a father, the role of a cryptocurrency fanatic, like knee deep, which has led me to open my own decentralized exchanges, plus do tokenomics for quite a few valid projects on the market over the last 8 years. Also, of course, I'm a trader and a real also fanatic of keeping young, right? About how to achieve longevity in this life or the next. Not really. This life is it, and I have some really insane knowledge people back in Dubai, where I was living for the last 3 years as well. They tell me that there is definitely ways of how to make your spirit also live forever, how you never die. These are some extreme practices for the regular mind, but I have also started to practice those as well, given to me as a recipe by the people who have done billions of dollars of turnover in our industry as well, and are now in a totally different search already for godly and I hope not ungodly ways of living forever. Okay, so today we talk about health in the most advanced next generation way. We also talk about wealth, okay? And this, I'm sure, will be interesting for you in two different ways via two separate comp plans. And just right here, right now, I'm telling you, I've never been more excited about a single company. And I've analyzed 1,400 of them, flew about 600 times to them, and um, and chosen only eight, where six are still on the markets right now. So let's get going, please. Now, Life Energy is actually an American company that was established already in 2014 in Georgia. And we have the pleasure of having scientists work on this project from 7 countries. We also have huge amount of licenses and companies and its own whole smart city of Happy City in Vanuatu that has been built already for the last 3 years, whereas you can only use our coin, a real world asset, triple utility coin, to buy all the upcoming offices and apartments and buildings from that happy city. There's much more to it, but we start off with healing your body and then healing your skin and all that comes from inside out. We don't want to be superficial. That's why we give you full transparency today. And that's why we heal your cells. We heal the root causes of any of your issues to a huge extent already in the first 20 minutes, because this is not just another supplement. This is a total breakthrough in science worked on by 7 countries, as I mentioned. Now, NAD Plus is the topic. It's a very new topic. And trust me, if we had 100 companies right now with a 100% of NAD plus solution, whereas we're the only one providing 100%, we're the only one with a stem cell level molecule so that the body absorbs it fully immediately, then if 100 companies would be there, I would not be sitting with you right here, because literally right now, NAD Plus is so new that you cannot sell it in the pharmacies yet. And this has been produced by the most beloved 20-plus-year-old $2.5 billion pharmaceutical company called Tongfang Conta Pharma. Okay? So that goes back to 1993. And they are having the market research. And based on that, they gave us millions of dollars to say thank you to the first 10,000 people that even buy this product as a passive monthly reward, so that the whole market would go nuts over what we got in our hands, and of course have like either immediate results physically and mentally as well, or at least have that in the first days, just like we all have had it. So now we have created the product that works not just on the surface, but at the very essence of life, at the cellular level, treating the root cause of anything. So it activates the body's natural rejuvenation mechanism, helping you stay strong, clear-headed, and full of energy every day. So it's the real biotechnology of tomorrow and available right now. Be sure to click on that drive when you enter it by yourself to visualize and to see and to watch 3 of really great movies that were produced by us. So we got 7 countries combined of nutritionists, geneticists, biochemists, like engineers as well. And the actual profiles are insane, all right? So we got the engineering excellence, but also we have, for example, Professor who was a Nobel Prize in Medicine laureate, okay, R.M. Zinkernagel. We also have the director of Future Life Hospital in Switzerland, the royal physician of Monaco, the dean of the University of Zurich Medical School. All right. Then both we have liver disease experts and kidney disease experts that also contributed massively. And most of them have been working for this simple one product for 5 years already. Okay. So no joke. This is going to be so huge. All right. Now, to continue, then literally we have used to the maximum the advances of cellular biology in the world, and then toppled that with real huge brainiacs. So we got bioinformatics, molecular programming, and they're capable to slow down and officially reverse age all of your cells, meaning all of your body from within. So without NAD, the conversion of food into energy, the DNA protection, and normal cell function, they all become impossible. From the age of 24, okay, then your NAD levels in the body already begin to decline rapidly. So it does lead to loss of vitality, memory decline, and aging, of course. So the more effective NAD plus supplement is finally developed. Just some months ago, it was finalized and went straight into the production from the same Tongfang Pharmaceutical massive amount of buildings and assets and research development establishment in Beijing. So now, when the body lacks the NAD, then you have chronic fatigue, decreased focus, and weakened immunity. So also, we have 8 active ingredients that are delivered directly into the cells. And these are the precursors to initially and essentially just deliver 4 of the very key elements into your cells, okay? Because we have exact big quantities of niacin, Na, nicotinamide, NAM, nicotinamide riboside, which is NR, and nicotinamide mononucleotide, which all come from natural organic resources of actual other ingredients, the precursors to create the optimal amount of these four from the nicotinamide family. So this is not what NMN people are telling you, for example. You have proven the last one, nicotinamide mononucleotide. NMN is selling for more than $100 per month and is also proven to reverse age you and to heighten your NAD levels, but many times lesser in its efficiency than this whole complex as a formula. So what we have is the real fact that ultimately the required part is only to deliver these four to the cells. And we have 8.5 mmol nicotinamide group, like delivered in one gram of niacin, then 8.2 of nicotinamide, 3.9 of NR, and 2.99 mmol of the nicotinamide mononucleotide. And these are very high amounts per gram, number one. Number two is that these are the 8 components, all right? So we do have the nicotinamide, nicotinic acid as well, but also we have a decent amount of trehalose, a huge amount of astaxanthin, which no other producer would ever put in their, let's say, solution, because it is quite expensive by itself as well. But we, of course, have been super well funded over 5 years and many more years before that, so that they could actually test all these solutions and this formula with the higher amounts. And so this is the result. So alongside L-carnitine, arginine, vitamin C, and B12, then we have these huge results. I was sitting as the co-founder and the CEO of the group with more than 200 people next to them, next to the microscope, and next to the number one main cell specialist of the $2.5 billion Dongfang Pharma. And each and every one, after 25, 30 minutes, has just mind-blowing results. I have received so many applauses when we were doing it publicly in the room of 30, in the room of 50, in the room of 70 people. And anything that has real essential impact over 20 minutes is going to sell in a massive mode. That's how I became in an 11-year-old company back in 2015, suddenly out of 33,000 people before me, just in 10 weeks, 12 rank advancements, crown ambassador, highest earner, and all those things. So you don't have to be a first in a company, all right? But if that is your belief, then in 2 days from now, you can try to prove that exact essence for us in your brain by being the first one, the first batch to actually join us in decentralized mining of a massive government license-based monopoly, which is upcoming exchange to tokenize the whole world. So back to product. Now, we have many of actual scientific research already done, results done. One of them is that, and we are the only ones with any FDAs, 2 FDA approvals, right? Actually 4. We are the only ones with scientific research as well. But one of them has proven that that the body NAD levels rise by an average of 150% with this CHG INAD Life Energy NAD Plus, okay? And that's within the first 30 days of use. This is so massive that that people will only understand when they do the before and after, always free of cost tests with our 8 specialists globally, okay? All the microscopes, all the specialists that have been doing this and enjoying this process for so many years. They are saving lives. They are preventing huge diseases, which are super close to happen over so many times, so many people. They have the excellent karma going on. We in this industry right now, we also need excellent karma to come back to this industry. Do you feel me when I say that? So we are definitely the feel-good business, and so it will all be going in a massive way. So one example, probably not as impressive for you because you probably don't understand what is atherosclerosis and what these images mean. Then this has been so many times the result of just 15 minutes of taking the product. So, but we have a more effective way. The next slide will be a continuous video, a fast forward of my own phone recording a Finnish and a Norwegian person with multiple different issues before and then about 25 minutes after taking NAD+. Enjoy. So we got so many heavy metals, just a few white cells. We got fatty livers. We got way too much sugar inside the cells. One of them is a diabetic. Again, fatty metals, sorry, fatty livers. Then huge, high pressure. That means and these are the results already, okay? Beautiful. No more parasites. Heavy metals reduced already to a huge extent and red cells coming back to life, a whole new amount of white cells coming into play, like literally newborn white cells. And they are super intelligent. Like they go straight after the issues. They go into the damaged red cells. They go into the heavy metals, into parasites. And I was astounded the first 50 times I saw this. But you see, our bodies are fragile. We are being bombarded by the cabal-induced super bad air and also, of course, poisoned food, which has zero food qualities, right? Just pushing in more heavy metals and more toxins into our bodies. And so we have to fight that. And therefore, I go through the bullet points only, and then we go into licenses, registrations, all this. So we got support for cognitive functions, enhanced endurance, improved skin condition, strengthened immune defense, and recovery after exercise. We got plenty of incredible already testimonials done for our NAD, but much more are upcoming. I was literally giving one day to an Indian, let's say, acquaintance of mine, 5 sachets only of the NAD, and we delivered them to then the hospital where a man had a fully swollen up head from the stage 4 head cancer. And so one day later, literally his blown up head was back to normal size. Okay. So no joke here. Some formulas are just incredible. Now we got close to 50 patents for Tongfang Conta Pharma. We got also some of them as directly patents for the CSGI NAD product. And check this out. I'm going to shock you today with many things, but all current and future products produced by Tongfang Pharmaceuticals are automatically approved by the US FDA. So this came out, I mean, we already had the FDA purely for this specific product of ours, the first product, whereas we're going to follow up with an inhaler of a anti-COVID vaccine, which is going to be incredibly blowing you out of the sky, included something that helps with cancer massively. But so 2 facts over here. This year, it was all topped up because Dongfang has been producing over decades, literally products that have no side effects. Secondly, they started in 1993 with an initial capital of 27.85 million US dollars. That's 200 million Chinese yuan. And now they are valued on the stock market more than $2.5 billion. Check out the size of all those buildings and the plot of land in Beijing only. I mean, this is like mind blowing. You have to agree with me on that. I don't know which MLM companies you have worked with before. where their production was or what their background was, but I'm pretty sure there has never been anything like this. Okay, so let's move on. We got the South Pacific as the mother company, all right, as also a listed entity. They have their own happy city, okay, which is supported by the government of Vanuatu as well, because our chairman, Mr. Alexander Chiang, very famous, first of all, diplomat, second of all, a real, let's say, revolutionary, an inventor, and sent to Vanuatu to represent Vanuatu diplomatically on already the presidential receptions of Donald Trump, Putin, Erdogan. He's right now with Erdogan and his prime minister, and Erdogan has just also accepted to be part of the RWA with his whole country. And there's a reason for that. There's 64 countries coming into our upcoming exchange. But before I get into that, then some more info. South Pacific is the mother company for the American Medical LLC, very hard name to get. Also, the mother company for Life Energy, and also the RWA Exchange connected to it via the token as well. Also, we got like immigration licenses, we got travel licenses, we got an insane amount of licenses. But the most precious of all of them is the Financial Dealers Licensing Act from Vanuatu Financial Services Commission. Now, literally, whatever was the size of the markets that some network companies were operating in, even the travel industry of $7.2 trillion, then those totally go into the shade in comparison to the market we're in now, which is to tokenize 400 trillion US dollars potentially. Why? Because we are able to tokenize, as you can see, all classes A, B, and C securities. All right. Any company on the planet we can tokenize, any part of a company we can tokenize, any real estate or a piece of real estate. So this is for the RWA Exchange, where I'm very much involved in that as a corporate. And I'm very proud to present to you that we've been and they've been preparing for more than 2 years, preparing 64 countries to say yes, and preparing huge, never before seen level of corporate investors to come in. I'm going to get into that in a minute. Straight after the compensation plan of Life Energy physical product. Now, American Life Energy Holding Group is also well established, own offices, and inside state of Georgia, which is not like Delaware or some of these low regulation BS, let's say I call them BS states, where also scammy companies can set up business, set up shop, and then scam everyone. All right. I have been seeing hundreds and hundreds of companies and their owners, their founders directly, face to face, and I've seen it all. So state of Georgia is super strong. Now, we have now also some more facts about Dongfang. It did have a previous name known as Beijing Ziguang Pharmaceutical, and you have its full address, our corporate visits, and the more successful leadership of this particular company. We will be flying for 6 nights and 7 days to Vanuatu to experience an amazing, rich, and very promising country of the planet, where we will get our passports and diplomatic passport just by doing some turnover with this company as a prize, not even crazy amounts of turnover. We will also be going to Beijing to visit Dongfang Pharmaceuticals. Also, we have a stock listed company in Singapore, and we're going to America at some point. But let's focus for a second on Dongfang. So they will really be sending out more specialists to work alongside us because, again, guys, we have to think logically. This is, I mean, you never even heard about NAD Plus until maybe a couple of months ago, or maybe until this moment. That is the reason why at this price range and with this name of product, it cannot yet sell successfully in pharmacies because it's a whole different level. I mean, we were taking NAD IV therapy in Dubai quite many times, $550 a daily of expenses. That's tens of thousands of dollars per month just to reverse age. This is tens of times cheaper than that solution. And that solution in Dubai, and my very dear Corinne, who's sitting right there, she can attest to that. She was next to me when we were doing the NAD. So my life partner, also one of my most successful business partners I have had so far. So what is really the essence here is that these are big molecules also in the IV therapy, and your body is even feeling uneasy, uncomfortable for the first days into this process, and it doesn't even absorb as well. But still, people like actors, like business people, like anyone who understands the cellular level healing of a body, they're all using it like mad. Okay, so they're not going to be broke because the crypto market is going to go down. Some of them, if they don't have income and a great mission, they're going to be broke because they're using NAD for the rest of their life. So they do need a mission, okay? And this mission should be accompanied by a marketing plan, okay? Now, we have physical products, currently one, very shortly coming out with two incredible extra products based on which Alexander Chiang told me that in 6 years from now, he plans to have more than $10 trillion of turnover just with Life Energy and just by selling highly necessary products, which 80% of the world needs in case of COVID, for example, just as a little top up of great news. Okay, so think with me here. I know it's an insane number, but it is, in my opinion, already achievable. Now, we got also 17 years of experience in online web shops, sending thousands of products, physical products globally, included India, included New Zealand, included Australia, Americas, like you name it, SNG countries. It's all in the bag. Okay, we have already done it. And so, as you know, online web shops qualified, they have a way to send products to the person's doorstep. Okay, so also we have, of course, partner program, okay, which is having 3, even 4 ways of earning income. Now, on the crypto side, it's highly interesting. So you do have the USDT in and out. You have in the month of August, the most massive coin and exchange of this planet launching, whereas nothing compares, and nothing will compare to the profits of this coin, of the RWA utility coin, because Bitcoin, your XRP, which I hate, and other coins will not be doing incredible results. But this thing will, because of major triple utilities, because of masses of things that you can buy with this coin already from the get-go, because of a really great ecosystem that has existed for years and years. One more second about product. You have 30 units of NAD plus formula inside of each box. Now, you are assigned a corresponding career status with each package you buy. Now, just as samples, we have products for you between 120 USDT and 11,200 USDT purchases. Now, just on your first purchase, then I have brought in a couple of samples whereas 350 USDT on V1, it actually equals 300 PV, so 15% less PV. On the next purchase, you already pay only $300 and it equals 300 points PV to the system. I hope that is very clear to understand. And let's say with 1,400, we take this sample to give you the lowest part logic. So 1,400 USDT gives you 4 boxes of product and 1,200 PV calculation. 1,200 PV with a 2.5x program of earning is $3,000 that you can have incomes of, okay? And after the $3,000 of income has filled, then your commissions, your income still keeps coming into the back office, but only the 3,000 is withdrawable, and above the 3,000, you need to buy a next package first in order to also liquidate and withdraw that money. So we have passive rewards starting from V1. It's between 3% until 7%. And that's pure USDT calculated every month on pretty much 30 days from the moment that you have purchased your product. Every time 30 days. So imagine having 7% per month USDT cashback. And that is like literally what? In about 14 months, you have already gone into profits. And in, let's say, around, I think, 35 months, you already have 250% of that PV right there, $24,000 passively as a thank you from our stock list company and the pharmaceutical company of Tongfang. Incredible. So again, between 3 to 7%, and we do have the fact that the partner begins earning the passive income immediately after purchasing a business package. Passive income plus active with the structured purchases and from global pools. Now we have already explained to you the 2.5x program. With every rebuy into the same position, then you earn literally very valid points. And I have been only in the crypto space for the last 7.5 years, not knee deep, but like, I would say there's another expression for that, but really deep in it. And I can tell you that Copex has more than $75 million liquidity right now on decentralized and centralized exchanges. It comes to you same week as a present. The AIC, Artificial Intelligence Coin, which governs the RWA Exchange and is much more than that, and which companies must buy to get their project listed on the RWA Exchange and then stake it for 1 year locked, okay? That is just part of the utility for this. So this is coming liquidity in August. We got Life Energy Token, which is also listing in August and already listing on also the RWA Exchange as a project, okay? Of course, we will because we're part of the ecosystem. Now, I got another shocker for you. We are paying up to 84% of global turnovers to the network, okay? And we got referral classical uni level, 9 levels deep, between 8% and 1%. Then you got your unlimited, call it hybrid binary, that pays normally between 40 to 50%, can pay a bit more as well. And that is infinity deep and between 8% to 15% starting from the second biggest team every week. So referral bonus, immediate commissions, team bonus weekly, global pools pay out monthly, a total of 8%. And that is 2 plus 3 plus 3%. On top of that, the company is covering travel, rewards, and privileges for our beloved co-fighters, massive doers, okay? Now, we have very simple situation, in fact, to open up all your 9 levels of Unilevel. You just bring in one person, $120 minimum, You get paid 8% on that person, and same time you open up 3 levels, 8, 5, and 3 already in the partner program. By bringing in your 4th direct, then you open up already 9 levels deep, okay? 26%. Now, this is the big deal here. We plan to be on this market for more than 50 years, just like Amway. We plan to do so far beyond more turnover than Amway, which is now a top 17 privately owned company in the United States with 17,000 workers. We will need much less workers and we will do much more turnover. Now, from your biggest team, there's no payouts on this separate commission. But from team 2 by turnover, it's already 8%. Clean USDT. Okay, team 3 pays you 10%, and all of your other teams are paying you an extra 15% of all the turnover created. Okay, like think about that for a second. Here is an example for just one leader, whereas the turnover over here is, let's say, 340K. Already like around 85K has been paid out of 9 levels of Unilevel. Plus the $27,400 is coming specifically to this one leader just by having these 5 teams paying this much of commission, okay? Now, if you buy yourself a V3 2800, you have the opportunity to achieve 3 directs, 30 people below anywhere in your team that have bought a minimum $120. And also you must achieve just only $15,000 outside of your biggest team as volume. Now, you buy a V4, 5,006, and with 4 directs, 100 partners who have one time purchased the product at any time, and 50K outside biggest team, you achieve a global pool of 3%. The previous was just 2%. So you jump there. Now with a V5, you have another 3% pool, just with 200,000 outside of your biggest team and 300 partners. So we have implemented something that will create a bit of, and possibly a lot of, extra turnovers and action and members and healthy, wealthy people, which is we pay you 100% of passive rewards based on every purchase that you make for the first 10,000 people. Yeah. If you are just going to sit and enjoy your health. But if you invite one partner just by purchasing a $150 pack, and you have a lot of time to bring in that one partner, your passive is anyways running 33 months up to the 100%. But if you bring in the one partner, then you have 250% of passive rewards, 300 points going over to $750. Now, with the $1,400, remember, there's 1,200 PV. That times 2.5 is $3,000 of passive rewards if you just personally invite 2 partners into the business. With a V5, you get 500 AIC coins, which start at a $1 price in the month of August, and which in my opinion is the real deal to hit 50x and to stay above there, because this is the furthest thing from a pump and dump. You can never be more further from a pump and dump than this historical monopoly that is entering the market in August. Now, so again, all the points can be always reverted to cash points at a 1-to-1 ratio and can be withdrawn to your personal Web3 wallet. Now, V2, for example, is your package right there, okay? That's 1,200 PV. Now, if you personally invite 5 people to enter with a V2 themselves, then that means that you are earning 96 USDT every time of referral bonus. You are also earning team bonus, which goes from 0, of course, on one of the teams, over to 180 USDT on most of the teams. Yeah, because starting from the 4th biggest team, it's even 15% of all and every Infinity turnover. So income from there, from this $6,000, of turnover. An extra income for you is already 1,056 USDT. Now, on your second level, okay, level 2, which you don't even build yourself, then you have income of an extra $876 because 5% is the second level, $60 each, and team bonus stays the same. Huge team bonus up to 180 USDT. Now, we have plenty of promotions. If you buy a V3, then you get the hotel for free in Turkey, Antalya event planned for the end of July. And you also get two deepest, highest level blood tests for free. Normally, it's two times $250. By the way, when we come to your country, and we will, because I've already taken the sales specialists to various countries, then all the blood tests will be for free. And we will hire specialists inside your country as well to continue doing on that level because we will teach them and it can be taught. So it also includes 5% per month passive and 8 boxes of product, the V3. The V4 is really recommended. You get the flights plus the hotel for the pre-launch event, 2 blood tests. Also, Alexander Chiang came to visit me in Phuket for 4 days, and he brought his team of 5 experts in different fields in tokenomics, in actual multi-synchronous black technology machine as well. He's marketing director as well. And the multi-synchronous, me and my Russian leaders, we really tried out. And it is just incredible what it does to open up all of your body, your channels, and all this. Enough said. This is for free as a present. It's also included based on comp plan, 6% per month passive rewards and 16 boxes. Now, just by doing $20,000 of turnover, whereas I fought for you to get a 60% rule instead of a 40% rule. So 60% now from your turnovers can come from your biggest team, and 40%, that's $8,000 in this case, can come from all the other teams combined. And you will get your round trip tickets, flights, plus hotel accommodation for 3 days, totally for you on the expense of the company. Do 100,000 and you receive a Vanuatu green card valued at more than $10,000, which is turning into a tax-free Vanuatu passport over 5 years. Okay. And you should do that to really get going. Now, you can also say to yourself, hey, I'm going to go for the $1 million turnover because thousands of people will have millions of dollars of turnover with this company. So instead of taking the Vanuatu green card, you will take $3,000 plus of cash. And you say, I'm going for the 1 million. And with the 1 million, immediately when you fill that, you can choose a new name for yourself as Minnie Mouse or as James Bond B, okay? And this passport will be done for you in 20 days. Vanuatu allows you to even have that under a new name. Now with 5 mil, then you have the green card also for Japan and a 6-night tourist trip to Vanuatu. And try to do that in 6 months after BP activation, please. Now, also, if you reach 10 mil in turnover, and I know guys now who are on the level and who will reach that, then we will be taking world tours through North Korea, through South Sudan, and through many of these, let's say, risk countries, and we will go through them like butter. Okay, now, yes, now register now, because with this company, I'm telling you right now, the people who start later will have a disadvantage. Although the last many promotions are stable promotions, but as you know, the deepest promotions are coming here and now. And right now also we have running until, I believe, 10th of July, a promotion, whereas you get free additional AIC coins if you buy between 1,400 and 1,400 until 11,200 packages. I believe that's between 50 and 300 AIC coins that you will receive this week into your wallet already. So let's talk about what you will receive in your wallet this week if you just buy the regular product, which will make you much more healthy, powerful, high frequency, and a perfect networker. Because I didn't used to be a perfect networker in between. But now I feel like amazing, like I can do much more than just network. And apparently some other people saw that as well. That's why I'm running these two companies, and I'm running them into massive $100 billion. Believe me when I say that. Now, Sky Fortune has also produced its own videos. Let's go through one of them shortly. But before I do, then what I really want to do, and give me a second here, because I still need to activate the sound, okay, for the sharing. So let's go back here, pretty please, one more time. Now, what we got in the beginning, we have two high-end external gentlemen speaking about the RWA. That's number one. Number two is that at the end, we have the chairman of the Rothschild Foundation making that speech about it, whereas we already have Bank of International Settlements, International Monetary Fund, the Rothschild family, who's sending their member to become part of the event for RWA very shortly as well, and Binance Holdings and all kinds of super high names, most of which have never invested into crypto before, but have already invested into RWA. So enjoy these first two gents, and then I jump over to the chairman, Isaac, which is from the Rothschild.
Welcome, everyone. It is a pleasure to speak to you today about South Pacific Group and its global development plan. With established management centers across Europe, Asia, America, Oceania, and Africa, the group is focused on driving innovation and expanding access to financial services worldwide.
A key component of this strategy is the RWA Exchange. The RWA Exchange provides cutting-edge tokenization services to investors. The platform plays a crucial role in the global expansion efforts. It offers more convenient, efficient, and secure ways to tokenize assets, unlocking new opportunities.
At the core of the global layout are three key objectives. First, promoting the development of RWA tokenization through operation centers. Second, expanding business areas to reach new markets. And third, strengthening international cooperation to drive innovation.
By the way, do you see Palantir below the Middle East Sovereign Fund? Yeah. If you don't know what that is and how it's connected to American government and to huge AI projects, then also check that out. It's one of our investors.
There are two operation centers that we would like to introduce you to. First, the Singapore Operations Center. Man, I love Singapore. Serves as a global financial hub with a strong regulatory framework, providing the RWA Exchange with unparalleled support for expansion and financial advancements. Second, the Vietnam Operations Center. How exciting. Presents an exciting opportunity, yes, in Southeast Asia. By leveraging local resources, this center aims to accelerate development and increase market growth.
The South Pacific Group has a commitment to financial inclusion. Beyond business expansion, South Pacific Group is committed to inclusive finance. The goal is to provide modern digital financial services to underserved regions to help more people achieve asset appreciation and financial freedom.
The future of tokenization is now. The financial landscape is changing, and South Pacific Group is at the forefront of this transformation.
Through strategic global expansion, innovation, and a commitment to financial inclusivity, a more accessible, efficient, and equitable financial ecosystem is being built today.
And these opportunities are just the beginning.
Initiators of the RWA Exchange, South Pacific Group is actively seizing this market opportunity, strengthening cooperation and exchanges with Asia and promoting the rapid development of RWA tokenization business in the Asian market.
With the rapid development of science and technology, especially the continuous maturity of blockchain technology, the traditional financial market is ushering in a profound change. The tokenization of real-world assets (RWA) as important part of this change is gradually becoming the new darling of the capital market. As one of the important initiators of the RWA Exchange, South Pacific Group is actively seizing this market opportunity to promote the rapid development of RWA tokenization business. As the new darling of the capital market, RWA is gradually becoming an important force in promoting change and innovation in the financial industry and RWA Exchange.
So this is the chairman of the Rothschild Foundation. You can see that we got Bank of International Settlements, the Rothschild family, the Middle East Sovereign Fund, Global Asset RWA Management, Multinational Holding Group, also Binance Holdings, and few others that have already invested into the actual RWA. Now, all these corporate investors, they're going to get their first monthly piece coming only 2 years from now. But we are going to be, in 2 days' time, the first people in the world to start getting liquid, high amount of those coins into our wallets, into our Web3 wallets, guaranteed as a full DAO solution, where you go and you enter with your referral link through the Web3 wallet, okay? So, massive revolution coming up. And we've prepared for you not only these 3 high-end individuals who already came in and did their first effort into trying to make you understand how big this is, but we also prepared 7 points for you, including even an explanation of the project name, all right? So there's a lot of uncertainties, okay? And the crypto market is going up and down. It desperately needs a country to open up the actual doorway to start trading any and all securities, assets, companies on this market. It is harder and harder for a company to become stock listed. We can legally list them in 7 days and offer them 3 different tokenomics for their companies, which one of them they have to take. And even people in India will be able to directly invest into that exchange, deposit money going out of India, and staying out of India in many cases, because you can choose to buy one of the real world asset companies or resources, the tokenized share of that, or you can choose to just exit back into your, not back, but forward into your Web3 USDT wallet. Okay, so this is one part. Now, as a key track, the technology has become the focus of global business competition with its innovation and high added value. So we got rapid development of AI, and AI is to most part also governing the proper functions of this particular exchange. Also, we even have 24-hour unmanned broadcasting going on live for all of your trainings, information hours, then presentations. So you don't have to do all the work anymore. Okay, people will feel like they are in a live call all the time. We're going to come to that. Now, we got technology, scenario, plus capital to promote the closed loop, intelligent business and global asset allocation. Also, we got a total breakthrough with the 24-hour unmanned live streaming technology. Then the project name itself comes from a beautiful vision of wealth falls from the sky. Now, the project unit, okay? And I'm going to have another huge announcement to make shortly, but we got Asia Pacific Bank, also Swiss Investment Management Fund, as one of the people representing already in the video, the RWA. We got Vanuatu Happy City. I'm going to come to that. Then the first South Pacific Chamber of Commerce and also South Pacific Corporation Limited, helping the project open up a global compliant asset trading channel and enhance the project's international influence. And of course, not just credibility, but full transparency, just like our license, full transparent. Now, let me just tell you real quick, okay, to prove to you that this is all part of the same ecosystem. Now, Vanuatu Happy City is built by South Pacific. It's happycity.vu. The RWA Exchange will be rwa.vu, also a government-issued website, a domain that you cannot buy. Also, if you maybe noticed, then we are the first, I think the first proper product-based government-issued domain, which is lifeenergy.vu as an MLM connected company. Well, we are an online web shop, but we are connected, of course, to network marketing. And the Vanuatu government is much aware of that. No issue at all. They issued that to us as our new website, which is already running. Okay. Now, also our crypto cards, by the way, which have a 2% deposit fee only, you use them as a local card in every country you go to. By far the best cards are also coming as .vu, already there. You can buy them now. And we're adding them with full compensation plan in 2 days into Life Energy. So RWA or just your crypto incomes, that is a beautiful way to withdraw money globally, $20,000 per day, and do what you want. Also, of course, Apple IDs, Apple Pay, Google Pay, the whole shebang. Now, you have multi-currency management. You have a public decentralized exchange and public chain, okay? Then Global Asset RWA Exchange, and the global assets are listed and traded. So Cloud Warehouse is the global smart one. Then you also have this U-card for cross-border payments. And there's a lot of intel here. They really want you to know all of it. This is, again, the RWA Asset Management, plus the only government license in the world to tokenize everything. And Vanuatu is just like China, okay? Also supported partially by Chinese markets, but self-sufficient, a very wealthy country with its own huge group of islands. And they will not care if the cabal or US government or anyone goes to them and says, hey, listen, please stop tokenizing all these companies. We're begging you, or we're demanding from you. They will not care, just like the Chinese government absolutely did not care when the US of A tried to impose 140% tariffs on the Chinese production. Now, so the group has also strong capital strength. And just think about it. So we have the Bank of International Settlements, okay, which came in as well. They never did a crypto investment before. BIS is above all the 63 central banks in the world. They have their own government, their own right to keep and to handle as much of secret money as they want. Unlimited secret money holding. I have little respect for that part, but they are all powerful, okay? So that combined with multinational holdings group, the Rothschild family, who are sending their family member to the pre-launch event of the RWA Exchange, then the Middle East Sovereign Fund, also United Nations Department of International Financial Supervision. Combine that with, let me tell you, combine that with Binance Holdings, okay? Combine that also with, let me get back to it, with other Asian entities. I somehow lost track for a second of that slide, okay? Might have been deleted for a minute by my designer because I asked for some changes in there. But in any case, this strength and this let's say combination provides that group with a financial endorsement of up to 10 trillion euros that they can either liquidate, that they can either bring in, that they have huge amount of course of companies, of resources, of real estate that they can and partially will be tokenizing as a project on the RWA exchange. Every time that happens, then they have to buy a huge quantity of the AIC coin, and they have to stake the AIC coin for 1 year also, whereas they will most probably get much more money back. But this, I'm telling you, is huge. With this public chain, which is a multi-chain ecosystem, realizes cross-chain flow of assets, smart contract automatically executing transactions, clearing and settlement, of course, included, then this is also optimizing gas fee mechanisms, reducing transaction costs, and we're using quantum information technology to improve the security and efficiency. That means when the quantum computers come out, they are not able to hack us, okay? It's also equipped with DeepSeek, which is a ChatGPT $5 million competitor. So that is doing deep intelligent analysis to conduct market forecasting, risk management, personalized asset allocation. But of course, Bitcoin doesn't have any utility. Other coins, almost none of them have any kind of utility. We have minimum triple massive utility. Now, you can use also their own decentralized wallet. You can also use your TP wallet for mining. You can use, which is Web3. You can use a lot of different wallets, up to you. But the main point is they come prepared, okay? The payment card supports a large number of POS machines and ATMs in many countries as well, in real time for cash withdrawal and consumption, covering the mainstream international payment network. The terminal artifact is the 24-hour unmanned broadcasting, which integrates the AI entities. And so we got live streaming, benefits, order, and logistics, all managed by AI. And we come to how you make the commissions, how your mining goes into a percentage of 2 times up to 3 times the amount of your USDT over to the amount of the AIC coins, okay? So bear with me here. Now, the best mining machine to buy is $1,000 because in just 125 days minimum, okay, maybe even faster at 0.8% per day, 0.8% of 3,000 coins daily, which is huge, 20-something coins. That is even possible in 110 days with a 0.9% if you take in 5 directs into the business of mining. And imagine having 3,000 coins at the moment already, when we launched the RWA Exchange at $1 initial price, whereas it will become, I mean, intensely crazy because we got public endorsement. We got publicly, like Binance Holdings is one of the small investors, to understand, smaller names than the others. So huge action is a promise, okay, which will happen on day one and every day on this exchange. So a 20x, a 50x, in my opinion, will be highly achievable. Let's even go with a 20x from the $1 price. Those 3,000 coins will be valued at 60,000 clean Web3 anonymous money for you. Okay? 1,000 into $60,000. So each time you take in a new person, even with $300, and let me explain also, with 300, you get a total of 600 coins. That's 2 times, but you get them at a ratio of 0.2%. With a $500 mining, then you get them at 0.4% daily, right? So which is 2 times slower than the 0.8%. And you want them as fast as possible. Of course, you can click on the 1,000 pack 100 times and buy $100,000 worth of mining. No issue there. So each person you bring in heightens your daily passive reward, passive mining result, 0.02%. Okay, so with 5 directs, it's 0.8 plus the 0.1 on top every day. Now you have the whole shebang all in one. You have even ranks, okay? With $30,000, you are gifted a partner note, which allows you to have 3 levels of additional income as well. With 100,000, you have an agency node, which gives you an additional 10 levels of commissions. And then with 1 million, you have the founding node, which will include you into the 2% global pool. And this is not a 3-month project. This mining will be going on for years. People will be aping in 2035, I'm telling you. Now, you have, anyways, outside of everything else, you enter and you already have direct commission 10%. And from all of your team also, you have 10%. Now, what it is, yes, with partner node, an extra 3 layers of team benefit. Agency node, an extra 10 layers. That's 10 levels, okay? And global turnover pool is 2%. So we take that technology as its core driving force, and we become a monopoly, in my prediction, for the next 1 to 2 years minimum. And you know what happened to Windows and to Apple in their own sections? They became the biggest and they stayed the biggest. They were the first as well, right? But you see, we will, in all likeliness, stay as the biggest because no force in the world will affect this country where we got the license from, or the country that is the biggest country on the planet, backing it up full scale, 100%. Okay. So again, hold on to your hats and let's do some work together, because I'm not your regular CEO and co-founder. I am very active in developing your networks. I understand on a deep level what kind of issues you have. Over 15 years of experience inside this beautiful industry of network marketing. I also understand a lot of points about what should be a successful crypto venture and how the best mining in the world should be set up and should be operating. Thank you very much. My name is Eric Norm. I'm 43 years old. Hopefully you can also define that I look a bit younger than that. That's also thanks to NAD Plus. Thank you very much. And now I will take some questions from you and I will stop the recording. All right.